This is Nick and Jodie on the Way Out West studio tour. Just going to show you some of our fine equipment.
Got a bit of a 909 drum machine here, the kind of classic house sound with the open hi-hat. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Used to, everyone caned that one for a while. 808, bit of electro. Actually, check out. Love it. These were two of our early purchases, weren't they? The Pro 1 and the Mono 1. They're both kind of quite similar, sort of the cheaper end of the mono synth, but that's all we could afford when we started anyway.
But the bass lanes were fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very pure sound, the 101, and we still, I mean, a lot of people are using it, or have been, for, you know, it's like gone down as a classic, really. Yeah, we've definitely got our mileage out of it. There's a funny thing down here. They were kind of really in vogue, weren't they, for a little while, but didn't really...
Liam from The Prodigy was a big fan of
yeah,
those.
it's got the sausage roll right there.
Yeah.
Don't know what that's all about.
Down here, which is another classic keyboard, isn't it?
Yeah, the JX8P. I think the kind of the Chicago guys were really bang on this, like Marshall Jefferson and all those kind of kiddies. I used to read like an old music magazine, and they've said that this is their sort of go-to keyboard. So it was like, right, got to get one of them. What have we got? Yeah, Casio. Well, hey, it's actually the first synth I ever owned when I was a kid, and lost it along the way, and then bought it again recently on eBay for like £100. So yeah, bargain.
You can find real bargains like this now, can't you? Sort of keyboards.
Well, a lot of the digital stuff that isn't really in vogue, but it's still kind of a very cool, sharp electronic sound. It's not analog, it's not warm, it's not vintage, but it is kind of, it's not a soft synth, so it has character. Do you know what I mean? A lot of these things are worth.
Exactly. And also, it's that hands-on thing is really good fun to find sounds out of these rather than in the computer.
Completely, mate. Yeah. So
Virginia 106.
this is another one that we've had pretty much from the start. The 106. It's kind of everyone and their mother used these during the sort of 90s. As, but great. I mean, we've got a lot of mileage out of it again. Sort of really good stab. Really good for like techno kind of stabs, all that kind of stuff.
Lots of our remixes had this baby on it, didn't they?
Yeah. That sound.
Yes.
Here's our semi-modular beast of a thing that we had built. This guy up in Scotland basically took 6 months to build it for us, so that was a bit of a wait, wasn't it?
His name's Macbeth Ken, and he was building these. Very few of them made.
I think there's about 100 or something.
Yeah.
If that, Orbital just recently got a couple of them for their live show, stuff like that. So.
No manual, no,
Nick was like,
no keyboard,
where's the presets?
no preset sounds. So for the first couple of weeks, we were like,
Oh no, I had it sussed.
well, no, it did take a week or two for you to get it sussed.
The thing is, if you need to have these three up, basically, otherwise you've got no joy whatsoever. If they're anywhere but to the top, it's going to be completely out of tune and all over the shop. So we eventually figured that out, do you know what I mean? And then we were good to go. Just a little bass down there, but yeah, a lot of fun.
Very similar to the ARP and with the 3 oscillators.
It's based upon the ARP 2600 architecture.
As
Probably
you can
the
see.
worst sound we've ever made there, but hey,
yeah.
you get the idea. Moving on, we've still got a mixing desk, which we don't actually use for mixing. This is more of just a patch bay for the synths to go in before they go to the Pro Tools, basically. So it's just a useful way to get everything up and running. Down here, that's wicked actually. That's a prototype of the Sherman filter bank, which is really good for mangling and destroying and just generally effing things up in a nice kind of way. I found that under the bed of one of my flatmates actually years ago. Yeah, it was I was like, what is that in there? I'll have a bit of that. So
And down here, look.
oh my god.
Cassette player.
Yeah.
Very rare piece of kit these days.
That's it. We should actually use it. We should just put some loops onto it.
Yeah, put some loops into that and then
Definitely.
get that really the crappy cassette sound.
That's it. I've got a little Sony Walkman next door as well. Get out.
Yes, mate.
Rock that.
Well, all those
That's
things
good luck, isn't it?
don't they?
Definitely, man.
We've still got our DAT players down there.
Yeah, we need that to kick.
Yeah. The DAT players are good.
We're not actually crazy. This stuff here is kind of like we don't really use it that much anymore. It's kind of we haven't really gone on the high-end outboard tip as much as the high-end synth tip, which we've gone a little bit overboard on. So, you know, because we're using Pro Tools, we're pretty happy with the actual sound we get with the plugins with that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it would be nice to like get a nice kind of rig of,
It would,
you know, like
maybe next.
eventide, you know, real nice warm compression, but
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So basically the ideas start in Ableton. That's what we use. That's our kind of sketchpad. Been into it for about how long? About 2 or 3 years now. Bang on it.
Years. It works really well now.
Yeah, they're getting it together. So it's just a really quick way to just sort of get ideas, sort of, you know, the sort of initial stages. But when it comes to arranging and mixing, Pro Tools is much more suitable. We've got a little controller here for Pro Tools, which is essential for all the automation and stuff like that. For like aux returns, it's much nicer to sort of do bam, 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 bam than it is to be drawing things in with a mouse. You can get a lot more of a feel for things like that. And I think the automation stage is really important, and you know, because you can make sort of things just evolve and grow and keep, you know, the simplest of sounds can just stay interesting if you just kind of, you know, like adjust little effects returns, little bits of reverb, little delays, pitch shifts, whatever, you know, and all that is done with your hands is enjoyable.
Yeah. Small things like this.
What's that?
The Cosmic Chorus. We started to use a few guitar pedals, putting the synths through those to get interesting effects and sounds out of it.
You just like it because it's called Cosmic.
I do, and it's by Dr. Scientist.
Oh, there he is.
Which I like. There's a shop in, I think it's in Montreal, that has all these handmade chorus pedals for stupid amounts of money. So I'd love to go in there and spend a bit occasionally.
Yeah, here we have the combination of the Jupiter 8 and the Prophet 5, which is you know, like yet again another kind of 80s standard, really. But you know, there's nothing wrong with having that in this day and age. I mean, you know, some people may say, "Why are you using sounds from the past?" But I say to them, "Sod off."
No, and this Jupiter 8 especially we've used a lot, haven't we?
On the new album, definitely.
Yeah,
It's surprisingly versatile. I mean, you know, because beforehand we had like the Juno 106, and you know, for us that was like a high-end synth, and this just kind of blows it out the water. You know, you can do stuff, and you can just kind of coax these kind of it's just got this warmth, and then also this kind of sharp, this coldness as well. Do you know what I mean? You can turn it into like an FM when you start messing with the cross mod and stuff like that, you know.
Exactly.
And the Prophet 5's got a very fluffy, soft focus kind of John Carpenter-esque kind of tone to it, which is great for those almost like Royce shoppy kind of like you know, aquatic kind of chords. You know, it's not kind of creamy and beautiful, but it's kind of fuzzy and a little bit dark, which is quite a contrast. Oh, definitely slightly out of tune, slightly wonky. Yeah, definitely we like a bit of that. So yeah, and it's wooden as well. Yeah. Which we like. Oh, down to the... You found that, didn't you?
Yeah, down the bottom here. I found this on eBay. Strangely enough, it's called the Kitten. It's a rare, really rare American-made synth. The Chems use one on their live shows I've seen, and I picked up on eBay for £300, which is fantastic. And it's a lovely. It's a really amazing little keyboard.
The SH5 is the same family as the 101 that you saw over there. It's one of the sort of the Roland synths from, I think this is 1973, so be as old as I am. I think it looks beautiful. It's in really good condition. It's kind of something out of Doctor Who. You know, it's got that kind of, it's just chunky, it's just sturdy. I mean,
it's very well designed, this keyboard. It just looks like a serious piece of kit.
It's like we could take that to war.
And it's a lovely blue.
Blue stroke grey.
Yeah, I like blue stroke
An
grey.
optimist would say blue.
Yeah.
But look, it's just kind of, there's no damage.
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's in good nick. Yeah, and we've got a case for it as well, so.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that is pretty much it, boys.
Yeah, we've done a little circulation there.